When you add gratitude to the little you have, it results into abundance. Ingratitude is one of the major reasons why life is difficult for most of us. We do not appreciate the little we have, yet we want more. In a sermon by Reverend Father Oliver Obunde, we are encouraged to be grateful to God for everything He does for us. But how can we express our gratitude to God? Let us hear from our reporter.
During his sermon titled An Attitude of Gratitude, Reverend Father Oliver Obunde preached on the scripture text in 2 Kings chapter 5 verse 2 to 13 and Luke chapter 17 verse 11 to 19. In this sermon, the man of God explained how two people express their gratitude to God for what He had done for them. The first person being Naaman the leper, who after being healed returned to appreciate God by offering gifts, and the second person being a Samaritan after the 10 lepers who was healed by Christ and returned to give thanks and praise to God. From this instance, Father Oliver encouraged the people of God to develop an attitude of gratitude, learn to appreciate God for everything He noted.
We are challenged today that when God touches us, when God heals us, when God blesses us, we should develop an attitude of gratitude. Because it is often said that an attitude of gratitude makes our life a beatitude. In the first reading of today, God healed Naaman, the Syrian commander. Naaman was a Syrian commander army. He was affected by a deadly disease, the disease called leprosy. He had everything, but he was struck down by disease. Sickness gives us a glimpse of death. Sickness brings us closer to God. Sickness makes us to appreciate what health is. As we are seated here, if you are strong and healthy, you may not know what you have. You may not know the gift God has given to you until you are sick. And as this book tells us, second book of Kings, that he was a great man. He was powerful. But then sickness came and reminded him, oh, mortal man, though you are powerful, there exists somebody who is the great healer. There exists God. There exists someone who has total control over your life. Today, we are encouraged. Naaman, when he was healed, he went back to Elisha and told Elisha, thank you. He even came with gifts. Elisha said, no, now God do it. Give thanks to what? To God. The 10 lepers, one of them came back, told God, Jesus Christ, thank you for healing me. Let us learn to appreciate one another.
Father Oliver said that giving thanks to God begins with appreciating one another. When someone does something good for you, tell the person thank you. A husband should appreciate his wife and vice versa. Children should appreciate their parents likewise. Parents should appreciate their children. Employees should be grateful to their employers. In the same way, employers should be grateful to their workers. If we do not learn to appreciate one another, we can never appreciate God, the man of God noted. In conclusion, Father Oliver gave some good reasons why we should be grateful to God. 1. Appreciation is an indirect way of asking for more. 2. Our praises add nothing to the greatness of God, rather it helps us. 3. When we thank God, He blesses us, heals us, and transforms us. 4. God saves us when we thank Him.
If you read the first letter of St. Paul to the Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 18, and that is even the acclamation for today's reading, that give thanks to God in all circumstances. Let us now learn to give thanks to God by appreciating one another. Giving thanks is a virtue that every Christian and every Catholic should imbibe. When we say give thanks to God, it begins with appreciating one another. When somebody does something to you, tell the person, thank you. Very simple. When somebody gives you money or material thing, tell the person what? Thank you. Appreciation is an indirect way of what? Asking for more. How do we appreciate those whom we have employed and those who are kept in charge of us? Dear brothers and sisters, let us ask ourselves these questions. Do I appreciate God when I'm looking for a job and eventually get it? If you are looking for a lifetime partner, always you are like this before the Blessed Sacrament, praying and doing something like this. After marriage, do you come to say, God, thank you? How many of us will say, I began my journey in the name of the Father, God, help me so that I will travel to my destination. When arriving, do you remember to say, God, thank you? These are the little things we should ask ourselves. Our praises add nothing to the greatness of God. Rather, it helps us for our salvation. When we thank God, He blesses us in return. When we thank God, He transforms us. When we thank God, He uplifts our spirit, our souls, and He makes us better people, better citizens, and better Christians. So our praises do not add anything to the person of God, but rather it improves on our personality. Let us seek the face of God in faith, that He will bless us, that He will transform our lives, that He will increase us in measures beyond human comprehension. And we can only do this through giving God thanks for the gift of our lives. And I charge every one of you today, my brothers and sisters, that despite the challenges of this life, the fact that you are alive, learn to tell God what, thank you. May the good Lord bless His words in our hearts through Christ our Lord.
GMBC News, Brother Lahai Nabi reporting from Freetown.